What's up, YouTube? This is Dracule, Ross McDonald, coming back at you with another video. As you can see, we have Logan Paul's "So Sorry" video up on my screen right now. My friends online know I am incredibly good at reading people, even online, just from a generalized chat setting. But when I'm really good at reading people is when I can see their face. And on top of that is something called minute body signals. They can also be seen as tells. Now, I'm not a professional. This is my first time doing this, but with everything that's happened as of late, I've been following Keemstar, DRAMAALERT, with the information about the Paul brothers, and recently with Logan Paul going to Japan and making what I want to say a complete and utter fool of himself, completely disgracing all of USA and putting a horrendous name and reputation on his family in doing so. I personally have a huge issue with it. I've had friends that have battled depression. I've battled depression myself. I struggle daily from mental disabilities and mental illness. I have some very, very close friends of mine that I have actually helped not commit suicide, and watching him just go and laugh at this at this unfortunate soul that has decided to take their own life for whatever reason, I'm personally not okay with it. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to read through every little tell, every little white lie that Logan Paul is about to show us. Okay. Now, the biggest thing I have wrong with there is, if I can find the exact point, right there, he's looking away from the camera. Normally when people can't keep eye contact, or in Jake Paul and Logan Paul's situation, they're actors. They both started on Disney. They both have acting backgrounds. They both have acting careers. It is incredibly easy for an actor to fake an emotion, which is exactly what he's doing here. The simple fact that he's looking away tells me a lot. And the other part of this is he is incredibly stiff. He's incredibly rigid in this entire video. I've already watched through it 2 or 3 times, but when I would go back and take a look at some of his previous videos, he was very loose. He was very relaxed. He was more of that, "Hey boys, what's up? What's going on?" Just being a complete and utter goofball. Now, continuing on, I'm going to hopefully point out a couple other key aspects and key points that I do myself, when not so much when I'm lying, but when I can't think of a reasonable excuse for my apologies. But I have been working very, very hard myself at becoming better and being completely honest and truthful, not only to myself, but to my viewership, to my family, to my girlfriend, because without truth and consistency, there's nothing to go on. Okay, right there, right there, and that's a pretty dopey face, I must say. That's funny. Let's see, where is it? That little tiniest little smirk he does. Right there. You see how he clenched his jaw and the corner of his cheek went up a little bit? He is doing everything he can not to smile and basically show us all that he knows that he thinks this is all going to blow over. He thinks and he wants this all to blow over. Now, the big question is, are we going to let it blow over? It's one thing calling somebody out, but it's one thing, but it's not, sorry, let me rephrase that, but it's a completely different thing when you're reading somebody. catching their tails, picking up on their little white lies, like Logan Paul just showed us. Where is it? Right there. He looks away again because he's trying to piece together his sentences, because he's already struggling, because he's already felt the heat. He's been called out by Keemstar. He's been called out by other drama people. He's been called out by hundreds of other YouTubers already, and read by probably another 100 other YouTubers telling you exactly what I'm doing. Okay, that look right there that he just gave the camera. That look alone. Give me a second, guys. I need to very quickly just mute my stereo. I'm not 100% sure if you can hear any of that. I really hope not. If so, all credits to the artists. I apologize. But going back. Okay, no, that's not. No. Come on, where is it? I just went over the same spot 3 different times. I'm sorry. Oh. Go back a bit further. Let's try there. Okay, that look right there is what I was talking about. His eyes alone tell me he is void of all emotions, which tells me he doesn't care. If he doesn't care, who's going to hold him accountable? YouTube hasn't done jack shit to his channel. Why are the Paul brothers being allowed to act as 5-year-old immature brats and get away with it? Okay, you see how he keeps looking to, looking to his left? Normally when people look to their left, it's them trying, like that, like this in particular, it's them trying to fabricate their story that much further. But with some of the information that has come out and being released by Keemstar, thank you very much for that, is he has this vast group of people surrounding him. He has this wide range of people helping him with his videos. So who's to say there's not someone standing over there holding a piece of paper for him to read off? Who's to say there's no one there holding a bloody script for him to fucking read? Because if you watch his eyes very, very closely, he keeps looking to the left throughout his entire video. My left, his left, just all that. But here's my biggest thing. He keeps going on about roughly the same shit. About how he feels sorry. About all this other crap. If he was truly sorry, maybe what he should do is search out the people, search out the family and apologize directly to them. Because what he's doing right now is showing millions of children that you can be a brat, you can be a jackass, and you can get away with it as long as you say sorry. Okay, I need to stop that for a second. How does he even remotely understand what it is like to have mental illness, to deal with depression? He, in my mind, has almost zero right to say any of that, because as far as we know, he's never been through anything. He's never dealt with depression. He's never dealt with mental illness. So what fucking right does he have to say any of that? Okay, right there. He says, to my fans, please don't defend my actions. And then again, he gets that little, and then he once again clenches his jaw, trying to refrain from smirking because he clearly seems to think that if he tells his fans to stop, it's all going to blow over. Right there. Right there. Literally a second after I hit play again. Did you see how he went and looked to the side? There is a written script, and that tells me 100% that there is a written script that he is simply reading off of. He is void of all emotions. He's doing this to try and get his sorry ass out of being in trouble. Okay, if he was to share almost everything he does and actually support the claims that he's making in this video, maybe what he needs to start doing is showing the real him and stop being a bloody actor. Stop being an immature 5-year-old. Maybe, Logan Paul, if you were to do that, people would actually put a little bit more validity into your statements. Okay, again, that right there. Intent never to be heartless, cruel, or malicious. If that was the case, why in almost 95% of his videos is he cruel? Is he malicious? He calls people out. He makes fun of races. Him and his brother both do this. So if his intent isn't to show younger generations this, why is it almost every single video he does is exactly that? Right there, he said, I made a huge mistake, and instantly looks away. Again, that's a big lie. He doesn't care. Okay, I promise to be better, and then a big clench of the jaw. Because normally when people clench their jaw, they know they're in trouble. They're on edge. They don't want to be on camera. They don't want to be saying what they're saying because they just want to get themselves out of whatever they've done. I see it all the time with children. I'm a father myself. I see it all the time. Not only with kids, with other adults, with my own mother even. I am constantly seeing this exact act from almost everybody, and I say again, almost everybody I know. My girlfriend and I are very, very close. And me and her have an agreement that we will always be truthful to each other. Regardless of the circumstances, regardless of the situation, we will always be 100% truthful with each other, and I plan to uphold that promise to her. But with Logan Paul making these claims, and I apologize to everybody about my language in this video. I apologize to everybody about how angry and disrespected I am by the Paul brothers and the reputation that they're trying to place into YouTube for YouTubers that want to make it big. I don't want to turn out like the Paul brothers. I don't want to become this obnoxious YouTuber that calls people out, that makes fun of younger kids, that makes fun of different orientations and different just trying to think of the best word to describe this, and I feel like I just cut my nose open with my finger. Ow, that hurt. But I don't want to become that. And for all the YouTubers and everybody that comes across my video today, I want to ask you this. Is that really something that you want to become? Do you want to turn out to be like the Paul brothers? Do you want to turn out like Jake and Logan Paul as a YouTuber? Because in my heart, I know who I am. And I'm sure in all of your hearts, You know who you are. You know what you believe in. And you know what's right. So I ask you this. Out of everything I've said today, out of everything you've seen from these two, is this really something we need to continue supporting? Is this really something we want on YouTube? I'm a father, and I will never let my child watch Logan Paul or Jake Paul because of who they are, because of how they hold themselves, and because of what they show children today. Again, I apologize about my language. I apologize about how irate I became in this video because, like I said, I've been very, very much disrespected, as I'm sure many other YouTubers have. I'm not afraid to make my voice heard. I'm not afraid to say it and call it how it is, as a couple other YouTubers have. I'm going to have to call the video here, but I'm going to be linking Keemstar's videos, DRAMAALERT, down below in the description to let everybody else know just exactly what's been happening, what's been going on with this situation. There is another YouTuber that has also done another reading. I believe I can get her channel up again. Back. Yeah, Body Language Logan Paul. And I apologize if I've said your name wrong, but REAGAN, I think that's how it's said, REAGAN, I very much appreciate your video. I very much appreciate the points that you made. You've made some very, very good key points. I hope, if anything, I have supported some of your, I hope, if anything, I've supported some of your claims and statements about Logan Paul. I hope that everybody understands where I'm coming from with this, because, like I said, I am very disrespected by this, and I am very, very much insulted by what Logan Paul and Jake Paul do as YouTubers, and I very, very dearly hope that the YouTubing community can all pull together and eventually get rid of these two. I don't care about their backing. I don't care where they came from. They don't deserve to be on YouTube. Now, like I said, I need to wrap this video up. I'm going to put links in the description down below. If you want to see more of my content, hit that subscribe button, which should be right about here, or which should be down in the corner or somewhere in the video. And if anybody's wanting to know a little bit more about me, check out my previous video that just went up earlier this morning. It's a bit of a intro into really who I am after uploading videos for almost, I believe, a year to 2 years, not consistently. But it's it's kind of a draw my life. I'm a horrible artist. I cannot draw to save my life. So, if anything, I hope everyone enjoyed. This was Dracule, Ross McDonald, signing out.